Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd pop on here real quick today. I'm doing a little experiment. I watched a video by my friend Sherls at Sherls Crafts, and she showed how she dyes her papers. So I have purchased in the past some paper from her, and I love the effect of it, so I thought I would try to make my own. Now mine do not look anything like hers, but and I used what I had in my yard. So we'll just go ahead and go through these. I do like the effect that I got, although it is not like Cheryl's. So you'll want to hop on over to her video and check that out and see how she achieved a completely different look doing the same process, because she's really fabulous at this. So anyway, what you see here are two pop bottles that I have put the leftover water in from how I made the paper. So I'm not going to get into how I made the paper because Cheryl has all that information in her video and it's really good. So I want you to go over there and check that out. So this one here, as you can see, the flowers are in the water here, and that is this color of flower. And it pretty much, what I noticed was it took out a lot of, well, most of the pigment from the flowers, and it turned it this kind of on here it looks brown now, but when I very first did it and boiled the water and was letting it cool, it was kind of a yellow green color. So I thought I was going to get a lot of green, which I did not. So this is a very interesting process because you get something very different than what you think you're going to get. So the second color that I did, now these are rhododendrons. I forgot to mention that. I live in Oregon at the Oregon coast, and we have a lot of rhododendrons. They grow really well here, and you don't have to do a lot to them. So I love them. My family every year for Mother's Day would get me a new rhododendron plant. So I have about 15 in my yard, different colors. And Cheryl's in her video said the darker colors do better, so I went ahead and pick those out. So this is the other color of rhodie that I have that I used, and this is the color that I achieved with that. So as you can see, this is kind of an orangey brown color. When it was in the water, it looked like a rose gold kind of color before, and then I put the paper in overnight, let it soak overnight. And I did try to put it out in the sun. So my process is slightly different because of where I live. We have a lot of wind here at the coast, and we don't get a lot of sunshine. So Cheryl's put hers out, laid it out in the sun, and let it dry. And while that sounded wonderful, I tried that, and it was overcast, and then the wind came. So all my pages got all crumpled up into a wet pile, or across my yard, and it was crazy. So I went out and gathered them up, brought them in the house, and I ironed them, and I got a really cool effect. So I you just have to kind of be ready for unpredictability with dyeing papers, I think. And so let's go ahead and I'm just going to do a flip through here so you guys can see kind of the effect that I got. So as you can see from these flowers here, there's no blue or green in them, obviously. you know that came out. So I thought that was kind of cool. Now the wind did pick up some of them, like I said, and it tore them. So what I'll do with these is use these for like backing my journal cards and things like that. So on this side you can see where the flowers were, and then on this side we just had cut our grass, and it's kind of brown in some places, so it picked up kind of that rust, and I kind of liked how that effect was. So again here, and then this one is got more of the purple in there, so I really like that. And this one's more plain, but it does have a little bit of that grass picked up on there. So I thought it was really cool how, one side will be more muted because the flower was on this side of the page. And I did do these single when I laid them out. And I did iron them single. And the ironing kind of gives them a really cool kind of crunchy sound, which I don't mind. And it kind of wrinkled, as you can see here, it wrinkled up a little bit because where the paper is wet, it tends to stretch a little bit and then shrink when you iron it, which is fine for what I'm doing. So if that bothers you, you probably would have to find a different way to dry them if you don't have access to sunny days like I do, or like I didn't have. So this one's really interesting. I really like the subtleness of it. Cheryl wasn't sure either how the rhododendrons would react to the paper, or the paper would react to the rhododendron, whichever way that happens. This one here, I did lay a piece of, and I don't know if you can see that very well, I laid a piece of doily over the top, actual crocheted doily, because I didn't have a plastic doily like she mentioned in her video. And then on the back here, you'll see all that grass. So I thought that was kind of cool how you get the different effect on the same page. This again was another doily I used, and you can't really see it well there, but it is very subtle. And again, the grass on the back. So I think that'll look really nice in a journal. I just love how this kind of gives it an eco-dyed effect without, you know, bundling and everything like I've seen people do with the eco-dye. So I just laid them on there, the wet petals. So that's just how I did those. Here's another one with the doily, and then I had a flower that was actually underneath, and it came all the way through on that. And again, the grass on the back. Not all of them picked up the grass, but some of them did. So I liked the effect that it had. And like Sherls, like I said, hers are just beautiful. So if you get an opportunity to ever purchase some of her pages, you will not go wrong. I can tell you that. I like how this is just kind of in one corner. It did tear here a little bit. So probably what I'll do is just tear this whole side down when I use it in a journal, because I don't mind doing that in my journals. So if you guys have watched my channel for any length of time, you know that I like a torn page, so that's not a problem. So there they are. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. I thought I'd jump on here and share this while Ryder, my grandson, is outside playing. He is almost 3. He'll be 3 in October, and he has a dirt pile outside, so he wanted to go out and play today, and I thought that'd be a great time for me to jump on here and make a quick video before he decides he wants to come back in and see me. So I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to jump on over to Cheryl's channel and check out her video, because it is fabulous. Thanks, Cheryl, for sharing it with us, and I hope you guys have a great day.